In 2008, India had 4 of the world's 20 richest people. Then everything changed. This is their rise, fall, and rise again. (2003). The dot-com crash is over, and one Indian businessman has just survived something nobody else in history has: Azim Premji. In 1999, his stake in Wipro was worth $50 billion. By the end of 2001, that number had collapsed to $1.5 billion, $48 billion vaporized in 20 months. The largest paper wealth destruction in Indian corporate history. Most people would have broken. Premji rebuilt. He sold IT services to American banks at a price nobody could match. By 2005, his wealth was back at $7 billion. By 2010, $17 billion. And then in 2019, he did something no Indian billionaire had ever done at this scale. He gave $21 billion to charity, half his entire net worth. Quietly, no press conference, no name on a building. India had its first true philanthropist billionaire. And outside India, almost nobody had heard of him. (2008). Look at this chart. 4 Indians are in the world's top 20 richest people. Lakshmi Mittal is 4th at $45 billion. Mukesh Ambani 5th at $43 billion. Anil Ambani 6th at $42 billion. KP Singh 8th at $30 billion. India has more people in the top 10 than the United Kingdom, France and Germany combined. This has never happened before in history. A country that was bankrupt 17 years earlier now has 4 of the richest humans alive. And then the global financial crisis hits. KP Singh loses 70% of his wealth in 1 year. His DLF empire built on real estate collapses overnight. Anil Ambani begins his slow slide into nothing. The Ambani brothers stop speaking to each other. The 2008 peak will not be reached again until 2021. For 13 years, Indian billionaire wealth will stagnate while the country waits for its next moment. (2011). The Indian stock market is still recovering from the 2008 crash. A quiet Gujarati businessman from a coal trading background, who calls himself a friend of Narendra Modi, is barely on the Forbes list. His name is Gautam Adani. Within 11 years, he will be richer than Bill Gates. (2017). 2 stories are happening at the same time. Story 1. Vijay Mallya, the king of Kingfisher Airlines and the man who built one of India's biggest beer empires, is now living in the United Kingdom as a fugitive. He owes Indian banks $1,400 million. He fled India in March 2016, the day before the government tried to arrest him. He's still there today, 8 years later, fighting extradition. Story 2. Mukesh Ambani has just launched Jio. He is giving free 4G internet to 400 million Indians. He is burning $20 billion to destroy every other telecom company in the country. Within 18 months, the entire industry is gone. Vodafone almost goes bankrupt. Airtel barely survives. Jio will eventually become the world's largest telecom network. Two billionaires, two completely different paths, one running from his country, the other rewriting it from the inside. If this kind of story keeps you watching, do one small thing right now. Hit like and subscribe. We bring you stories like this every single week. 2018. A new wave of Indian billionaires is emerging. Cyrus Poonawalla makes vaccines in a Pune factory. R.K. Damani runs a grocery chain called D-Mart. Neither is famous yet. In 2 years, a pandemic will make both of them richer than men who are. January 24th, 2023. A small American investment firm called Hindenburg Research publishes a report, 88 pages. They accuse the Adani Group of stock manipulation and accounting fraud across a decade. Gautam Adani had spent the previous 2 years climbing every list in the world, from $8 billion in 2019 to $50 in 2021 to 147 in September 2022. Briefly, the second richest person on Earth, ahead of Jeff Bezos, ahead of Bill Gates, ahead of Warren Buffett, the fastest wealth accumulation in human history. Then, the Hindenburg report drops. Adani's stocks crash on every Indian exchange. The Adani Group denies everything but cannot stop the bleeding. By February 8th, Gautam Adani has lost $108 billion in 15 trading days, the fastest collapse in financial history. Mukesh Ambani reclaims the title of richest Asian, and the world finally pays attention to how Indian billionaire wealth is actually being created. And so in 2026, Mukesh Ambani is worth more than the entire economy of 40 countries. Gautam Adani lost $100 billion in 3 weeks and earned most of it back in 2 years. India has over 200 billionaires now. Tell us in the comments, who is the most powerful Indian billionaire you have never even heard of?